My name's Ben Beaton. I created this artwork. I incorporated illustrations both of my own, Marley Moyer's scientific illustrator, and Lorraine Shum, paleo artist. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the work. I won't be covering everything because a number of the other films embedded in this work will tell you about those specific details. In 2010 I was with the Burke and Wills Environmental Expedition, and I had heard that there was another group. We were passing by Menindee Lakes from travelling from Melbourne to the Gulf, and I had heard that there was another group at Menindee Lakes led by scientific illustrator Marley Moyer. Their objective being to collect the plants that Beckler collected, as he was the official doctor but also naturalist with Burke and Wills. So I went along. I met Marley back in Melbourne, and in 2011 I accompanied the group and created this work based on that experience, as well as a range of short films. So here we can see one of the lakes. I put in the Tasmanian tiger because evidence or remains of Tasmanian tiger had been found in the broader region, so it stands to reason it would have been here at one stage, probably or possibly competed later on by dingoes. So in moving around the work, I'm very interested in paleontology and paleogeology. Here you can see Gondwana separating, and more directly you can see Africa and South America. There's a whole range of maps that I used to create this. Down here is Antarctica and Australia. Here again we see Australia separating from Antarctica, just down here, sort of. Another image of Australia separating from Antarctica. I have a very strong interest in the history of Gondwana. Here we go back to an earlier time, long before even there was life on land as we know it. In the Ordovician, there was a seaway running across Australia, or what bits and pieces of Australia existed at that time. So I featured that in the work. Another illustration, more of Australia, trying to convey that sense of dynamic movement of the shapes across tectonic movement of shapes. So that was what that illustration was about. In here we've got the evidence of rifting. Antarctica is in the center, so if you could drain the oceans you'd see these incredible shapes as lavas come up and the crust has been pushed apart. Here is points where Megalania, extinct giant goanna, the remains have been found, and also the possible distribution. I learned a lot about Megalania from Lorraine Shum, who's doing a PhD on the extinct species. Again we can see more material showing the breakup of Gondwana. This takes us back to an earlier point when the town of Burke was at the South Pole. I believe that this was in the Carboniferous period. It's myself and Andrew Denham, a botanist, discussing the project at Beckler. Information on paleocurrents. It's one of Lorraine Shum's illustrations. The Menindee Lakes. One of Marley's illustrations. One of Lorraine's reconstructions of Diprotodon. Another one of Marley's illustrations. And this is the lakes themselves. They're incredible experience. If you go there, I'd highly recommend visiting the Menindee Lakes.